most dudes don't truly care about your past unless it's affecting this right here.
Right now. Welcome to another episode of Something for the People. This is your boy B Hunt, aka the Silent Prophet, along with my co-host Big Country.
What's good, people? How y'all doing?
You couldn't let the process be the process. And that's the frustrating part about it, is that's when that broken person goes to another person
And
creates another broken person.
Cool beans. Welcome to another episode of Something for the People. This is your boy B Hunt, aka the Silent Prophet, along with my co-host Big Country.
We're good, people.
All right, we're gonna jump right into shooting the breeze. Oh, before we get started, let me ask y'all to do something. So, if you're watching this and you like what you see, go ahead, hit a like, subscribe. Also, if you want to catch more stuff like this, more information like this from yours truly and my co-host Big Country, go ahead and hit that notification bell. If you are looking for us, we are all kinds of podcasts, servers through Anchor. Thank you, Anchor. We're everywhere. But if you are on YouTube and you want to make that search just a little bit easier, just a little bit easier, I want you to type this something, the number 4, DA, people. And at the very end, this will make your search way easier to move you a lot faster. Type podcast. I guarantee you're going to get exactly what you want, which is myself and Big Country. Top notch. We're going to jump right into the topic. So, at this point in life, we want to ask the question, is having no talent a new talent? How you feel about that?
Hell yeah. Having no talent is basically the newest and best thing out there. The thing that people do, people are trash now. I remember back in the day, even if you had a great song, you were considered a one-hit wonder. Now
Right.
all of a sudden, man, you got one song, you on one platinum. Man, everybody
Yeah.
buying your stuff. You go platinum off of one song.
Now, 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 I gotta challenge that. Look, man.
Man, challenge that. How you
Okay,
gonna challenge it?
Sweetie. So, Sweetie came out with that. What was it? Tap In, right? She had what, 13 million followers at the time, and she didn't even sell 1%
I'm
she
gonna
did
be
not go
honest.
platinum.
I've
She
never
went plastic.
listened to Sweetie song. Never
Exactly, but
listened to
she got.
one Sweetie
I'm
song.
certain. I'm certain her fans feel the exact same way because there's 13 million of them, and she ain't get enough
I even know who
plays.
Sweetie is from Quavo. That is it. That's
I
the
feel
only
like.
reason I know her.
I feel like the reason why she ain't pop off the way she did is probably because she left Quavo. All I'm saying is, at a certain point, being fine is one thing. Because don't get me wrong, Sweetie is a beautiful, beautiful young lady. We know that,
Okay.
but it's a difference between me surfing your Instagram feed and then feeding to your career, which is in her case rap, right? I feel like at this point, if she dropped the whole rap act thingy, because when you not writing your rhymes and you ain't doing none of that, you can just go be an Instagram model. There's money in that.
Easy way, right now. Glorilla. She
Yeah.
had one song.
Uh-huh.
One song. You
Uh-huh.
heard some other song, but I guarantee you can't name that song.
One, I couldn't name a Glorilla song even if I try. I'm not her fan base. Look, the new age of rappers, fam, I'm not really for the whole stripper turn rapper movement. I'm just not him. You know,
A lot of strippers turn rapper.
I'm still on Lauryn Hill, Queen Latifah. I'm still on Nicki
I
Minaj.
had to give Nicki Minaj her props. Nicki
Yeah,
Minaj
of course.
actually could rap.
Yeah.
Even though she beefed with way too many people over stupid stuff, but
Is it
she can
stupid?
still rap.
Is it stupid though?
Yes, she's not the
Because
queen of rap.
no,
Missy
if we
Elliott was
go,
way better than Nicki Minaj.
don't get me wrong. What I'm telling you is Missy Elliott is in her own lane of the people who are here and today. When they doing this whole comparison, the problem is they want comparison her doing a comparison between her and Missy Elliott. They're doing comparisons between her and Cardi B. No disrespect, Cardi B, but we talking about somebody who go through the process of I'm writing my lyrics, I'm giving you the delivery, I, and on top of that, I look good doing it.
But it don't
So
even
it's like
have to be about rap.
it's not an even comparison.
Look at it like this. It don't even have to be just about rap. If you look at the is I think the first one was the ice bucket challenge, throwing
Huh?
cold water on you. Then
Yeah.
they start doing the cucumber challenge. Then after the cucumber challenge, they start doing the drop it challenge where and don't get me
Uh-huh.
wrong, the busted challenge, I was like, okay, cool.
I went to Bus Challenge.
But
Bus Challenge real.
now they basically doing anything and everything to give you likes. You don't have to have a talent. Just do something stupid.
Yeah, yeah. I,
They
I agree with
create
that.
talent.
If we attacking it from that angle, which makes total sense. Yeah, I agree. It you don't necessarily need a lot of talent. You just got to be willing to put yourself into the demeaning situation. Don't get me wrong. I don't want women to think that I feel like you doing the bus challenge is putting you down in any way. What I will say is this though, for all the people who did the Tide Pod challenge, the NyQuil chicken challenge, and the cucumber challenge, no, look, you need to realize there's some things that need to be for your man, not for your social media feed. There's a lot of women out here who are doing wholesome things. And don't get me wrong, posting a bikini pic every now and then or a twerk video, hey, I'm not finna sit here and act like I'm holier than thou. I'm a silent prophet, but at the same time, if you're getting a profit off what you do you?
I'm
What I
country as
will
hell.
say
I'm
is
gonna watch it. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
watch
watch
it in
it.
front of
I'm gonna
people.
watch it. I'm not really gonna pay you for this. That ain't my lane.
Well,
But
I don't
those who
pay,
do,
so
I don't
that's
knock
just
you.
my rule.
Yeah, I'm not gonna knock you. What I will say is this though. What you put out there, you're gonna get back. So if you out here and you know what I'm saying, you the busted challenge queen, when you meet people on the street and they wanna see you bust it again, don't be upset. Just accept that. And like I said,
Yeah.
talent gonna shine through. Talent lasts longer.
Oh
We-
yeah, very true. That's
It's a
the
lot.
difference between natural God-given talent and actually talent. I've been working on my craft. I've been
Right.
like fundamentally, we all know somebody that was good at football, basketball, just off the rip.
Yeah.
But that don't mean you gonna make it to NFL off of natural talent. You have to get out there and work for yours.
Right.
But in
I
today's
agree.
time, everybody wants it given to them very quickly.
Yeah.
So what they'll do is sit out there and talk about, oh, well, I'm not getting my likes. I gotta do something else crazy. Like they had
True.
you remember the one challenge where they were breathe in and out hard and then you push on their chest. I'm
Yeah, the
like, and then
knockout
they
challenge.
black out.
Blackout challenge. Blackout challenge. You're right.
It's like there's always some kind of crazy thing instead of just, hey, like I give Justin Bieber his props. He can sing.
Hmm.
He got recognized for singing. There's a
Right.
lot of people out here that's garbage, but they're getting recognized because everybody's watching your garbage. It's not
Right.
that good. It's just, oh, it's something stupid. Let me watch. Like, there's no reason in the world that what's the old dude name? Uh, the one that told on all the Bloods. You know
What?
who I'm talking about.
What?
Uh,
Charleston White?
no. The had
I
the
like. I
different
rock
color
with him.
hair.
Oh, Takashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah, there's no reason he should have been a rapper at all.
Nah, he was trash, fam. He
Like
was
you
garbage.
can't really name one Takashi 69 song, but
No,
yet,
yeah, you're right about that.
but yet he got a whole bunch of hype. So many people after. Him. Not only that, a whole set went behind him and like, oh yeah, man, he's the truth. If y'all
But
got
that's what
issues,
you
y'all got issues
look.
with us.
Sometimes we got to take into account the talent might not be what you see on the screen. It ain't. In his situation, he had a great talent for imitating. He was acting the part. Now, for the outside world of people like us who watching you, I know when you got under that pressure, you was gonna crack. You know what I'm saying? his pipes and his eggs out there. You know what I'm saying? He an egg, fam,
Yeah,
easily cracked. No disrespect to him. Hey, I knew what was going on, and then he was giving you that thing where, hey, what would you do if you in that situation? Well, they won't consider what I do cracking because I tell you from jump, I'm not him. I don't participate in the foolishness. I don't do the stupid stuff. If
yeah,
you want, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I pay my taxes, and I expect taxes I pay for to give me some sort of resource, i.e., the police. But that's my world. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I don't jump over there in their lane. So long as they don't cross over into mine, all paths will never cross. They live their life, I live mine. But I also ain't gonna go through, like I said, we talking about his talent. Where his talent was he was an amazing imitator. And the people that he was dealing with thought that, hey, I'm gonna capitalize off him. They gonna think he real. The people who can't, the real people who can't recognize who really real out here, hey, they gonna buy into his little gimmick, and once they do, he gonna have to pay us, right? He gotta pay his fee for claiming all set, or he gotta pay his fee for acting like he a top dog in our organization, and he gonna do it on the camera. We don't care. We get the publicity, we get all that, but when it comes down to it, they thought he was stupid
yeah.
enough to
No, he
take
was
them charges.
stupid, and
No, he
he
was stupid.
he was stupid because all the stuff he did, what he ended up doing, how he saved himself, is by telling.
Yeah,
He didn't do no actual, oh man, I'm gonna plan, I'm gonna set me some money up over here, I'm gonna do these things, I'm gonna do those things. He didn't do that. He just said, you know
you
what?
say he didn't
My
do that.
out, my out, I'm snitching. If anything happens,
You
I'm
say, I'm trying to explain it to you. You say he didn't do that, but did he not? Because in their mind, they thought he can't be smart enough to actually go through the process of snitching on us. Hey, bye. He ain't gonna go through the process of snitching on us. He would not do that. He gonna think that we really think he part of this game, right? But he knew I'm a snitch on y'all. And people like DJ Academics, no disrespect, DJ Academics, you know what I'm saying? I'm just stating the fact. That's all I'm doing. I'm telling you what it is. He knew that people like DJ Academics still gonna put him on their channel because DJ Academics don't live in that lane. He
okay.
tell
Am I
about that lane,
tripping?
but he don't live in.
Okay, I got a real question for you.
Mhm.
Am I tripping, or what does DJ Academics actually DJ? I ain't never seen him DJ. I ain't never seen him produce nobody's stuff.
You gotta understand, he got his name prior to him getting his success, man. He was actually, making his little mixtapes and stuff. The problem is they just never took off. I'm certain if you was able to reach out to DJ Academics and be like, I'm pulling your card, I need to see your paperwork. You got this DJ title on it, but you ain't never spent a record. He'll be like, no, back in college. You know what I'm saying? I think he was really into that like African and Nigerian type, Ghanaian type music, but
Mhm.
you have to go and deal with him to get the exact answer. But he did at some point deal with music as, a
I was
talent
just
base.
curious because I see him now. He doing podcasts and all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you actually do for you to say
Well, at
DJ
this point,
Academics? What
what
do you
he
do? I
does,
ain't
what
seen
he
you
does
DJ.
now
I ain't
is,
seen you do a mixtape.
but you have seen him do a podcast and you have seen him speak about the drill music out there in Chicago. He's he's just another internet personality that tell you a story or bring you into a world that he's really not a part of. He a zookeeper. You know what I'm saying? The chaos out there. He's somebody who'll tell you, yeah, it's lions in that cage. That's what he do. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no lion, but he'll tell you about. Hey, I know a lot about lions from observation. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? But and don't get it confused. I'm certain if me and academics was sitting up talking to one another, he wouldn't take offense to this. I'm not saying that you're weak or cowardly or none of that. But at the same time, hey, you wasn't really in that drill scene, but you was talking about that drill scene and bringing they skeletons out the closet like you was really somebody who wore their wardrobe. It's just is what it is. And you got fame off that. Now I do appreciate the fact that he was able to own up to that what he has done. He's owned up to that lane. And Now he's finding a different avenue to make his revenue and resources, right?
Mm,
Because he's talking about stuff that he actually deal with on a day-to-day basis. He's a celebrity. He's a
okay.
personality now. So, but like I said, when he was doing that Chicago drill thing, I felt like that was a little heinous. And at that point, feeding into that fire was a problem, right? We shouldn't have made him talented. I personally wish that he didn't blow up off that. I feel like I wish his mixtape would have took off. I wish they would have gave him opportunity on the little thing that he was doing with with Joe Budden there. I wish that would have been our introduction to DJ Academics, because at this point I feel like, hey, the stuff he making is reasonably decent. You know what I'm saying? And it's more representative of who he actually is. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like him stepping into that drill scene was a smart move. Back to
Mm.
the topic. You said talent, and it's being talentless. Not We just gotta dig a little deeper to find the talent. That's what I'm gonna say. Because
Yeah,
if
I
you
think you
talented
were
enough
big though.
to trick everybody, that's a talent. Magicians don't really know magic, fam, but they can trick you and make you believe
They give
that
the
they doing something.
illusion of it so you can actually see it.
But sleight of hand is a talent. Well, sleight of hand is a talent. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that
So
is a talent. Sleight
DJ
of hand.
Academics, DJ Academics talking about that and doing it in an interesting way is still a talent. Although I don't feel like he had the credentials to do it, it is a talent. Being one of these internet personalities, it's a talent to be able to lower yourself to to a state to where that seems plausible to you. Personally, I'm not the guy to do it. I can't do it. You're not going to see me getting out here doing randomized challenges. It's difficult for me to put myself in that space. I can't do it. I don't have the knack for that. I got this high moral compass that I can't shake. You know what I'm saying? Would you say a stripper is not talented?
Honestly, I would say a stripper is talented, especially if
Exactly.
you're a good stripper. Like if
Right.
now, if only thing you can do make your booty clap, you're not a talented stripper. I'm sorry.
But you still a stripper though, and booty clapping is a talent.
No, no. That's like
Yes, it
saying
is.
my wife is the stripper because she get naked. Yes, my wife gets naked, but
No, no, no. I said
unless she's
booty
twirling on
clapping
that
too.
pole, about to drop it, bust a split, if she can't do the handrail thing where you over there spinning around and all that, you
What?
can't call yourself a stripper.
We was out there in Louisiana. Did you see anybody dropping from poles? No, and all of them called themselves
First of all,
strippers.
them were hoes. Them weren't strippers.
Hey, look. What I'm saying is they work in an establishment where they take off their clothes and dance on people. That's all the qualifications you need to be a stripper. A good stripper or one of the, you know, I'm gonna make a distinction. An exotic dancer, because I feel like when you reach the higher level, when you start working the pole, I believe you dancing exotic. We got to make a clear cut
Like,
separation. Okay,
I
but it's
guess
a little
I
different.
look at it is because the difference is you know your weight distribution. That's why you ain't gonna be no fat stripper. Like you're
Yeah,
going to actually be able to hold your weight. You're going to be able to move around the pole. You got other people that actually want to see you come out. Now, just because you make your
yeah.
booty clap, every last one of us, every man in the world, has seen some girl that can make her booty clap. That don't
But
make her a
see,
stripper.
you missing a key function of a stripper. It's the energy that she brings you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, stripper is supposed to be able to give you this seductive energy to make you feel like, oh, even though I'm clearly in here dancing for ones, you important, man. You know what I'm saying? They give you an energy like, oh, it's you that you just that third. So that's a talent. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't get me wrong. There's higher skill levels in it. Something I know very well. A person who draws a stick figure still drew something that would make them an artist, right? But
No,
in my world, when you ask me who's an artist, I'm gonna be like, no, 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 you need to be somebody closer to mode too. From my standpoint, my skill level standpoint, for me to call
but
you an
see,
artist.
that's the thing is how I look at it is like we're giving more props to bare minimum stuff. That's like
Right.
if I say I'm a good husband, just because I'm married and I ain't sticking my dick in another chick, don't make me a good husband.
True
Me doing
statement.
the things that I need to do and handling business and loving my wife and doing all those things and taking care of my children, my responsibilities, those are things that make me a good husband.
Right.
That's just like saying, oh, every last one of us got a woman or no woman that could make her booty clap. That don't make
Understood.
her a stripper. That don't
No,
make her
but
talented. That just makes her.
what I will say, and then I'm unfortunately I'm gonna have to move
Yeah.
on from this. But what I will say is this: a good husband, probably not, if you're just doing the bare minimum. But in order to be a husband and say that you have a skill set to be a husband, the only requirement was to be married. That's just that. Like there's like this it's tiered off. There's excellence, Lauren Hill, Missy Elliott, Nicki Minaj, and then there's people who just scrape by. And I don't want to put Glorilla in that case because I don't know her step to it. But right now, I can throw Sweetie in there because you had 13 million known people who know about you and know about what you do, and not even 1% wanted to purchase your artistry. They rather see your artistry on building your body. And like I'm saying, if that's the case, just go be a model. Sweetie can be a model at any point, guaranteed. That being said, what are the benefits of being married? What are the benefits of being married for us married men?
So
You
you
want
want
me
to
to
go
jump?
first? You want me to
I'll
go?
jump that off, definitely. So, one of the main benefits to being married is the ability to have somebody that you know is in your corner. You know what I'm saying? Because you go through this life trying to find people, and you got to separate the snakes and the rats, and then just try to find that good core people. Well, this is the way of solidifying. Hey, I found one person I know. If nobody else, they rock with me.
Mm.
So knowing that you rock with me, I'm happy to look. I'm willing to put you on the team indefinitely. I want you to be my franchise player. That's how I feel about it. But also, don't get me wrong, there's additional things that go with it. We can always, for those of us who want to believe in that whole alpha male situation, oh, yeah, of course, at a certain point, there'll be household duties that you know, you can forego. I would say don't fully forego them, but you can forego because that person is a part of your life or whatever little contracts and agreements y'all work out. But the primary thing I'm ecstatic about when it comes to marriage is I know that when the chips are down, they'll still be around. And that's always a beautiful thing.
Okay. So my idea is I look at different key aspects about benefits of marriage. But
Mhm.
one of the benefits to me is the fact that honestly, support, like true
Okay.
support. Like there's the difference between somebody supporting you in little pieces here and there and someone that truly has your best interest at heart,
Right.
because your best interest will be their best interest too. So we can move together. Another thing that I look at a benefit of marriage, I mean, I gotta be a little sexist on this one.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm waiting on.
the fact that I have a beautiful woman I could wake up to every single day, not a woman that I have to worry about, is she gonna be there when I wake up? Does she want something else other than me? Because if you're truly in this marriage, obviously you here for me.
Right. I second that. It is quite nice to know that yeah, you out of everything that you could be here for, I'm enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
because
always a beautiful
when
thing.
me and my wife got together, I was broke as hell. I was
Same.
extremely broke. And
College student, fam. Everybody know you
yes,
broke. It is what it is.
so the whole idea is the fact my wife, before she became my wife, she actually helped me get my apartment. She actually was like she saw so much potential in me that she was like, you know what? I know you ain't got it, but I'm gonna help you out on it. Because that
Right,
was an investment she saw and she put in me. And
right. That's one
since
thing too.
since
When
that
you get
day, I've been like, oh, I'm going to not try to show her up, but show her you made the right choice. You made the right
right,
investment.
right. Another benefit to being married, I feel like it'll step your game if you do it the proper way and you're dealing with the right person. It'll step your game up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because just the thought of trying to ascend on just on their behalf, like, hey, I need to do better than I'm doing just so I can make sure that they have more than what they have. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
when you're dealing with the fees out there, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to them, but when you're dealing with these fees who don't care nothing about you and their primary objective is to see what they can get out of you, then you operate in that space. It's like all I need is enough to get her this, and if I can get her this, then I can get that. It's more of a bartering system. Like I got this and you look good, so I'm trading time for sex, and I feel like time for sex is a terrible, terrible trade off. Because
yeah.
time you can't put a price on it. Sex is streetwalkers who put a price on it every day, and I've seen the price go as low as 25 cents, and that's no, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Hmm.
I'm just stating facts.
I mean, that's true. I look at there's a lot of people don't understand because they see the hard part about marriage. Because yes, you have somebody you're committed to, you have someone that you have to answer to, and what I mean by answer is not answering as a parent, but you have somebody to hold you accountable. The idea that someone is truly going to hold me accountable, like, hey, baby, are you doing what you need to do what's in your best interest? Because one of the big issues that we have out here, everybody's out for self. But in an actual marriage, a lot of times, if it's a real marriage, it's not out for self. It's out, I'm out to help this thing grow. I want
Right.
us to grow.
Yeah,
So
but
you're gonna do what you need to do. I'm gonna do what I need to do. And we're gonna come together and make this
hmm
thing pop. Like, for example, I got more with my wife than without my wife. My
yeah,
wife
I agree with that
always
100%.
pushed me. And she's
Right.
always pushed me to be a better individual.
And ain't it beautiful that you know somebody pushing you because they only want to see, I just want to see how great you can be.
Yeah,
That's like I'm pushing you for you to be great. That's always the beautiful thing. Instead of I'm pushing you because I need that Chanel bag. Like I'm pushing you because I need this Birkin. No, no. Or in fact, we keep saying pushing you, but no, I'm just coming up here. I'm pulling you. I'm pulling on you so you can give me something. They treat you like a little doorbell, a little chime, like ding 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 ding. I need you to wait on me hand and foot so you can get this little piece of thing for me. You know, it's like, look, no, I don't. No, I'm not gonna move with you like that. What
like,
you gotta do, you gotta so you got the. I'm gonna sum it up real easy. The benefit to being married and truly married. Don't get me confused. Like that celebrity marriage was kind of, because you got that Kim K marriage, and
yeah,
then you got that, like neighborhood. I've been in this 50 years married. It's a different feeling. Trust me, it's a different feeling. The difference between those two types of marriage is love. The love is always greater. When it's real, you feel the love. And it's hard. Life is hard enough. You don't want to go through your whole life without feeling real love. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because one thing, the reason, and I'm gonna go biblical with you, it is what it is. Because I know I'm talking to somebody who can go there with me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So first of all, I can go there, go further than I can go. Let's just be. Although my name is the prophet, country was in a country type church. It is what it is. He got the real. He did the real thing. All right, but
7 days a week.
yeah, what I'm gonna say about it is, if you got Jesus and you got the unconditional love, you know what I'm saying? That's like it's not some like it's not based on what you do. Don't get me wrong. They always looking for you to do better, but it's not in a way that I only want you to do better so I benefit. I just want to see you reach the highest heights. I just want you to take it to the stratosphere. Granted, I'm in the car with you, but even if I had my own rocket, even if I was in my own lane doing my own thing, just seeing you successful make me happy. And that's ultimately what it's about. You know what I'm saying? I don't all these people like, the whole power couple situation. I dig it. Yeah. You being great, I'm being great, and we came together and we were great. But sometimes it ain't about what it look like on the outside. It ain't that. You ain't gotta be a Fortune 500 type situation. I can be that. And at the end of it, you was just that driving force that you were the purpose. The reason why I feel like I was even capable of accomplishing so much. Because it's all you can do all the believing in yourself you want. But when you got somebody who really truly believe in you, it just make it a whole lot easier. It's like I, my belief in self wasn't in vain. I don't have a reason to doubt because at the same time they really do because they not me. They don't really know what's going through my head, but they believe in me so much that I can't. It's some balls that can be dropped, but not this. You know what I'm saying? So it's
So
just yeah.
I will say this one thing, and somebody gonna be like, "Man, kind of took it a little far with that one." But
Okay.
pussy, the fact, I'm sorry, it's true.
Understood.
Like
Understood.
because I wouldn't marry a woman that I didn't think was great in bed. I'm sorry, we
True.
can be together forever, and it's trash.
You see, you
The
marry
fact
your
that
see,
we're in this.
he yo you marry your stuff full circle. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
I'm just saying, there's no reason for me to get married and be like, man, this is trash, or this is weak, or something like that. I'm like, I'm not getting married for that. Like,
Understood.
and I have to keep it 100 because a lot of people be like, man, when you get married, you don't ever have sex again, or you have to beg for it. Don't get me
Uh,
wrong. There's ups and downs about marriage and all that kind of stuff, but the fact that hey, I married somebody that I know can put it on me. If I didn't think she could do the job, she wouldn't have the job.
true.
And
Yeah,
if you marry somebody that you know for a fact couldn't get the job done, I mean, it's an issue. So I have to keep it
that's
100
true.
on it.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah. Don't get me confused. I agree wholeheartedly with what you said. You definitely want to marry somebody who capable. Ain't nothing wrong with
The
a
job done.
you
I
gotta get
don't
the job
want a Dak Prescott right now. I need
done.
you to show up and
Bro,
make it happen. I'm
bro,
sorry.
don't
I know everybody's like, man, it's too soon. We on the Cowboys. I'm a Cowboys fan, die hard. But give me a break. I need you to come through when it's time to come through.
think when the pressure's on, when the heat's on,
Yes,
you
yes.
need
That time where I'm stressed out and I'm about to snap somebody's neck, I need you to do the job and do it correctly.
hey, yeah, I agree with you. I agree. And don't don't take granted, mm, sorry, Dak. That's all I'm gonna say on that. I don't know what to say about that, Dak. Because
First of all,
I'm a,
don't get
I'm
me
a,
wrong.
I'm
I
a,
am a diehard Cowboys fan through and through. But you seen the memes that keep coming out? Dak don't be doing when the heat is on, Dak be off.
yeah. Well, when you take into account, and I don't want to turn this to a sport podcast. Okay, look, when when you get beat by a literal rookie, that that make it a little different. That's all I'm gonna say. The other side, the one that they expected to take you out the game wasn't even in the game. Okay, we got the rookie QB out here showing out. That and granted, I feel like it was a more defensive game, but at the same time, but not fair. I know I watched. It was definitely a more defensive game, but at the same time, when the defense and the rookie QB putting up more points than what you doing, and you the star, you the one they came to see. It don't make sense to me. Uh, What are your thoughts on the passport bros? What bros? I'm sorry, passport bros.
Okay.
You don't know what? Oh, I was gonna
Okay.
give
For
a brief
those who do
description of
not
the
know
past.
what passport
Yeah.
bras are, these were the dudes that decided instead of finding a woman in the United States, we will go to other countries, find the girlfriend, find the wife. We will look and invest more into them because we don't think that the modern woman in Western society is doing her job. That's
No.
basically what they talk about.
So what they? I, I'm gonna add on to that because I don't want the passport bros to feel like we misrepresenting them. Okay, they feel like westernized women are not feminine. Okay, we got the westernized women had this concept to where, hey, I'm as good as, if not better than a man in whatever I intend to do. So they not looking for a man, they looking for a career. When you go over to places like the Europe and the Ethiopia, like you going out east, right? You start to find that the women, from their perspective, operate a little different. They're a little more feminine. They, more, hey, I want to be in the house. I want to be the mother. I want to do, they uplift the nurture side. You know what I'm saying? And also they downplay the ratchet. I'm not saying that all American women are ratchet. Please don't hang me from a cross.
I'm not saying that neither.
What I am saying is this, okay? You go over there, it's less women with panther claws tatted on their breasts and lace fronts. That's all I'ma say. Okay?
Well, I'm gonna just say it like this. I'm not saying all American women are ratchet because I know some actual good American women. But I will
Like
say
your wife.
there's a lot of them. If you not ratchet, you stay next door to somebody that's ratchet. You don't pick
Uh-huh.
up some ratchet qualities.
I'm gonna say it like this. If you not ratchet, you possibly married and you just we out like it's some people sitting on the sideline, bro. And I feel like I'm sitting on the sideline. I'm just
Yeah,
watching, I'm looking at I see how everybody playing the game, and I cannot say that I don't see a distinct difference between how westernized women act versus how, European on that side act. I can't say that I don't see a difference. Although I will say this. I I didn't feel the need to buy a passport to go fly overseas just to find a fee. And there's no knock to them. Like if you got the means to do that and that's what you want to do, I don't feel like nobody because the question is, how do I feel about the passport bros? If you think I'm finna get on here and slight them in any way, you foolish. Bam. If they I'm not gonna knock you for your preferences. If you
yeah,
prefer those women over there because you feel like they have a distinct quality that you are looking for, what I'm gonna do is tell these women, get like Kobe. You know what I'm saying? You ain't shooting in the gym enough. That's your problem. You
yeah,
concerned about how they operating over there and see that that's what these men want. And if you want those men, guess what you're gonna have to do? You got to play that game. You need
yeah,
to go in there and you need to figure out, okay, if they want more feminine women, because that's y'all talking about y'all want 6'6", right? 6 feet, 6 feet, 6 inches, right? And you feel like that's who they are, and all of them are searching for them across the sea. If you wish to be in the seat that those women over there gonna fill, you need to assimilate and do what they do. If but if you can't do that, which I understand, it's not for everybody. You ain't got to do it. Trust me, those women over there are already being groomed to do what they do. It's natural for them. If it's unnatural for you, you can deal with the men on this side who willing to deal with you. Okay,
yeah.
life goes on.
Like my thing is, I'm on the fence about the whole passport bros and all that kind of stuff
Why
because
so?
part of it is like I understand you going to look for what you're looking for. So if that's what you're doing, cool. Go find what you want, what you looking for in a spouse and girl, whatever. But I don't believe you should downplay the women here like every woman fits that exact same category. because they
Well,
all don't.
but you see this there's that coin when flipped gives the wrong impression. Who, granted, the type of women they looking for, right?
Mhm.
I can't downplay their experience neither. So if they looking for a woman to look a certain way,
Yeah,
we can't say that the women who look the way that they want them to look on this side, on the westernized side, don't have distinct characteristics when it comes to attitude as well. We can't say that because
yeah.
the
We
women they're
can't
looking
say that,
for,
but we can't say that all westernized women look that same way because
right?
that's the only thing I'm saying. Is like,
But
don't get me
yeah,
wrong. Do I see a lot that look that way? Hell yeah.
right.
I,
But what I'm saying is, I don't feel like they be downplaying it. I just feel like anytime you make an opposition or a statement that's opposed to these women, they feel like, if you talk about us in any way that we deem negative, instantly we gonna jump against you. But I'm like, if that person wants to put himself in a pool to where the if the fish on in this sea are biting more to the bait I'm putting out, then I'm gonna go fish over there.
yeah,
You know
and
what I'm
I
saying?
agree
If,
with
and
that
that's
part.
and especially if they the type of fish I'm trying to catch. Instead of sitting over here catching these tilapia, if you want to catch Asian carp, you need to go to Asia. I'm just gonna go over there and don't take like only reason I feel like they would say something that downplay is because I have to give you an explanation as to why I went. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, if I punch a kid in the mouth, right? Y'all will be like, "You a foul dude." But if I told you the kid had a gun pulled on me, y'all be like, "Wait now, the fact that you didn't take the kid out, you must be okay." So
Yeah.
I have to give you an explanation, and sometimes the explanation makes me seem bad. The act itself make the women sitting up here asking you why you feel like you need to go overseas to get a woman. The real answer that the with the one that lacks the detail, the one that you can't argue with, I like those women better. When
Mm.
he gave the why, when they start giving the why, that's when women start taking offense. And just because I gave you my why and you don't like it, don't mean that you get to say I'm some sort of bad guy.
Well,
That's
I
why I'm
just
like,
believe if you have an issue and you don't like what's happening, you need to step your game up.
no, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No,
Yes,
you
you do.
don't. No,
If
you
you
don't.
sit here, okay, because I have to take this one from Andrew Tate.
Go
He
for it.
put this one out, and he was like, one of the big issues we have is there's a lot of women that can find a man that's going to love you, that's going to do what it takes, going to provide for you, protect you, but not at the level you may not want him to, or he may not look the way you want him to. You want
Right.
this guy over here. So if you want this guy over here, one of those, oh, six figure, all that kind of stuff that has everything you want that. There's a
Right.
lot of other women that want that same thing. So if you want that, you're going to compete or you're not going to get it. So
Well,
you're either
when
going to step your game up
right.
or you're going to get left behind.
Originally when you made the statement, I thought you were speaking on behalf of the guys. Because I was like,
Oh,
in that case, if I'm the guy, right? And like I said, I got it's the draft. You think I'm finna go to your neighborhood pickup game when I got plenty of colleges to search for viable candidates to be on my team? No, I'm not gonna go look at the guy at Rucker Park. I'm sorry. Unless Rucker Park is over here in UCLA, I'm not finna go search for you, fam. You need to go through and do the proper channels that everybody else did. You need to go to the
yeah.
college route. So that's what I'm saying. Hey, over there in the European type side, the Asian type communities over there, they are already doing this grooming of their women to make them more docile and suitable for men who prefer them to be that way. You don't have to do no additional. You all we've already from a young age start grooming them to be what you want. And now on this end over here for these women, you trying to play in their world and catch the men that they have, and then you get upset because the men that you want don't want you because they're, like I said, they're college level women when it comes to being a household mother, when it comes to being respectful, when it comes to, you got women who've been groomed from a very young age to satisfy the needs of that man. So you, unfortunately, because you don't have the skill set required, can't have him. So I agree 100% with what you're saying. If you do want that type of man, it's never too late. You can step it up and you can potentially be what they already are. But understand that the man you currently talking to right now may not feel like waiting on you to become the woman that he's looking for. Okay? So you
Yeah.
might have to get on the next round because you got to catch up. Easy. From where I see. Yeah. Oh, well, at this point, should we just move on to the next? Go
Yeah.
ahead and bring us into You Won't Believe This. You Won't Believe This, brought to you by
So as always, love to shout out my beautiful wife. Love you, baby. Check out her
Kinetic Fan.
her
All
different
right,
things.
now.
She has
We'll,
wasted desires. They have waist beads, waist chains, anklets, bracelets, all the thigh chains. Check them out. Wasteddesires.com. Also, you can check out Yanni Like Mine is on Facebook. It is also on Instagram. And you can check it out. Traces Like Mine. It's on Facebook, Instagram. Check them both out. Do what you need to do.
Top notch. That being said, I was going to give some love to Tyler Bailey, Luxury Clothes by Guy, my bad. And then you got Mike. He does State of Being SOB. So, look for him. He's in that podcasting space, also in the gaming space, and then life advice. He's still filling it out, figuring out how he want to approach and give people what they need. D-Mac, he's a barber. He cuts hair. Grit and Grind, that's the guy. He'll get you summertime fine. It's Mr. Summertime himself. So you can look up, talk to him. He'll put you in the game. Outside of that, what I also need you to do, I know I've mentioned this in the beginning of this podcast, but don't fret. I gotta mention it again because I really do want you to pro, to do this. You know what I'm saying? To get this done. So one more time for my people in the back. All right. It is something. The number four. DA people.
People.
And if you're on YouTube and you want it to be a little bit easier, go ahead and hit that podcast right at the end. And that's going to simplify your search. That's going to take you to us, I guarantee it, within the first few, video picks. Outside of that, once you get there, or if you're already there right now, if you can hit that like or that notification bell, you will be doing us a great service, a great favor. Because think about it this way. Think about it this way. When have you been able to get a product and somebody else pay for it? Would you walk into a restaurant that was giving away free Papa Dough meals on somebody else's dime and turn it down? No. Let YouTube do the paying of us. You know what I'm saying? Let your podcast services pay us, right? And we gonna give you quality service, quality content, all for the low, low price of at least zero to you. Let YouTube do what they do. Let podcast
$3.99.
free 99, and we gonna be here regardless, because I do like what I do. Outside of that, we said we was gonna take you to You Won't Believe This, and you won't believe what I'm gonna do, or maybe you will. I'm gonna take you there. Controversial icon Andrew Tate has been locked up since December for sex trafficking crimes in Romania. How do we feel about
So when I first heard this, part of me was on the fence because I was like, man, is he really doing this? Or because he always used to say, man, they trying to get me. They trying to lock me up. They trying to stop me because
it?
I'm out here being real.
He
And
breathing
I'm
life
like,
into it.
I'm like, I understand what he was saying because I'm like, a lot of people would hate on him because certain things he said were actually very true.
Agreed.
Everything wasn't true. Some things I could be like, you're kind of reaching on that one. But
Hmm.
there was a lot of things he said that I
You agree
100%
with?
agree with.
Right.
But the thing is, now he kind of has came out talking about some of the things that he's done, and basically it sounds like he's telling on himself. And I'm like,
Yeah. What I don't want people to do is this. If you align yourself with some of his ideals, don't dismiss him all the way. Don't get me wrong. I watched, The Dark Knight Rises, Christian Bale, and Heath Ledger, and I watched them, and say, hey, top notch. Can I say 100% agree with the Joker? No, not at all. No. But if you'd ask me if some of the stuff he's saying makes sense, very much so. He said if you're gonna be a criminal, be a good one. That's one of his primary points. I believe anybody doing anything they need to do should be good, or at least aspire to be good at what they do.
yeah,
Bringing that back. So granted, I've aligned myself with a movie criminal, is what it is. But you understand what I'm saying? Hey, just so I can bring it to reality, if you could ask me, do I like R. Kelly music? Yes, I do. I enjoy his music. I think he's a very good artist. Do I align myself fully with his belief system and the way he moves? No, under no circumstances. You know what I'm saying? So with Andrew Tate, a lot of the stuff he said, especially for you women who, like I said, you're pursuing men who fit his caliber, his criteria, right? Wealthy, you know what I'm saying? Able to take you on yachts, able to fly you overseas, able to make you do all these things. He was giving
basically,
you a
as
great,
they say, retire you.
yeah, he was giving you a playbook. You know what I'm saying? He gave it to you flat out. You want to be that, you should aspire to do this. And if you wonder why these men don't want you, it's because this, and that, right? He
Yeah,
gave you quality information. And some of the stuff he said might have upset you, but when something upsets you, I want you to think about it first. Think about why it upset you. Is it because it makes you uncomfortable and it makes you feel inadequate? Or is it because what he said truly is something that is disrespectful to you? I personally, I don't feel like a man telling you what he wants and what he does not want should be disrespectful to you. It should just be, hey, do I want to go and do what he says do, or do I want to be like, no, that ain't for me? Easy. But granted, when it comes to Andrew Tate, one, I hate that he got brought up on these charges, but at the same time, I'm not gonna throw away the whole cow because it gave me one bad glass of milk, man.
yeah,
Some of the stuff he said, some of the stuff he said holds true.
yeah,
Some of the things he said in relation to why men don't want to pursue marriage holds true. Some of the things he said about women being perceived as gold diggers, or how westernized women act, or how women typically want to search for one type of man in their prime and then willing to settle for another type of man in their older years when they're outside of that, I 100% agree.
yeah,
So what I'm telling you is, when you in your prime, make good decisions. Once
yeah,
again, because you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be a Kobe fan, Kobe Bryant fans here till the day I die. Even when you at the top, you still need to go to the gym, you still need to practice, you still need to shoot your shots. When you 19, you need to make good decisions. When you 21, you need to make good decisions. You need to realize when you need to make a good shot.
and if
Hey,
you don't make those good decisions when you get older, you have to deal with the consequences. You
uh-huh.
cannot change the game after you got out.
Can't be. You can't change the game and be upset because you didn't get drafted, baby. You didn't get on the team. You can't be upset that instead of going and practicing to be what you needed to be in order to be on that man's team,
Yeah,
you can't get mad when he don't draft you. You can't. You gotta own ownership. You
yeah,
gotta, hey, the only person you can blame for your inability to do what you need to do is you. If you want to sit out here and party and drink and get ran through by various amounts of women, well, I'm sorry, by various amounts of men, right? Then, well, in some cases, I don't know. Sometimes these women be on women and men is what it is, more fun for you. But what I will say is this: if you want to live a certain way, because it's easier to live that way, and in most cases, for some, from what I've heard, it's far more fun to live that way. Cool. Deal with it as it comes. Like if you hurt your reputation with it, then your love life gonna be on the injured reserve. That's life. It's
Yeah.
part of it. If you sit back and you damage your reputation by sleeping with somebody homeboy, then you want to holler at the homeboy. Sure, the homeboy gonna hit too, most likely. But is he gonna keep you though? That's where you need to start thinking. Make good decisions early. That's what I'm gonna tell you.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
all you can say. You live with the choices you make. That's like
right.
if I smoke so many cigarettes all my life, when
Hmm.
I get older and I start and have throat issues, throat cancer, God forbid anybody does have that. Bruh,
Yeah,
that's
I hope
part of
not.
what happens.
Part of it.
Like you can't say, no, I shouldn't have throat cancer.
Right.
Some people get
No, you probably
lucky
should.
and some people don't get lucky.
Right.
But if you want the best thing, you should want the best outcome for yourself. That's like
Right.
if I wait till I'm 50 to try to find a good job, more than likely, I'm not going
You're
to be
not gonna
making
find
that kind of money I want
it.
to
Right.
retire when I want.
Right.
Now, if I start early trying to build that success and stuff, possibly I could have those things.
Yeah, without question. If you apply yourself, like I said, make good decisions in your prime. The beauty about being a man is we peak later. It's known. Guys are born with very little to no value.
Yeah,
You're not strong enough to take this. You're not wealthy enough to do that. You really, for a long period of time, most would perceive you as a burden, right?
yeah,
But in this world that we live in, being feminine is seen as a prize. So much so that you got guys switching over to the feminine side. It is what it is. I'm just stating facts.
mm,
Take it how you want to take it. That being said, since being feminine is seen as a prize and it's coveted so much, right? Instead of stepping up and focusing on your skill sets you've already been born with, you wish to cast that to the side because it's too hard to keep your femininity or keep keep your numbers low or what because you feel like, oh, I need to live. Since when was living going out here and being the latest toss up at a party? It don't make sense.
mm,
Granted, I feel like we can jump off. Let me get back to Andrew Tate. Look, Andrew Tate, I hope that the what they say about you is not true, or at least not true enough to where you will be incarcerated for a long time on
yeah,
because of it, right? Because, like I said, I don't know exactly what you did, but if it can be considered sex trafficking, then because, like I said, I don't necessarily know the ins and out or the law to the letter. I don't know exactly what that encompasses, right?
mm,
What I do know is this. When I heard the things that you said, I'm not going to sit here and say 100% of the things that you said I just resonate with, but I do resonate with when she was 19, you didn't want the good guy. You wanted the guy who could fly you to Dubai.
yeah,
But now that that youth is something you had to say bye bye to, you're willing to settle for the $50,000 a year guy. And you want him to treat you like the 19-year-old he should have got, or the 21-year-old that he should have got, or the peak you that he should have got. No, you don't show loyalty to a team your rookie year, right? when you get to that retirement age, don't be upset when the team you should have went to don't draft you. Make good decisions early. That's my statement on that.
I agree. That's all I can say on that.
What's that? Yeah. Oh, time not. That being said, we're gonna move forward. Man from Texas is 34 and claims to have 30 children that he takes care of.
Hey, I'm just saying, 30 children? There's no
30
way in
kids,
hell.
man.
I
At
do
34?
mean no way in hell. I'm not about to have 30. Like, what was bad, they were bashing them on the internet talking about there's no way he could take care of all his children like that. So my thing
Understood.
is there's no way he could take care of his children like that. You don't know because you're not in that man's position. You don't know what he can and what he cannot do. All I'm saying, 30 kids, that's excessive.
Well, that ain't no different than the sperminator. What? He's at 78. 78 kids. But he didn't say he took care of them. He just given apparently majority black women what they wanted, which is a child with a white man. And I mean, hey, you know, I dig it like itself, you know.
Well, that's like the one lady that was talking about what she got 8 baby daddies and like basically she was
And
saying
they all go
all
on.
of them were good. All
Yeah.
nobody had no issues where I'm like 8. Good Lord.
Because hey, look, you capable. I'm not look, don't get me confused. If you can do it, then do it.
Mm.
Like if you a female who can have high numbers and still pull high caliber guys, do it.
Yeah.
Prove everybody else in the universe wrong. Be that outlier. Top notch.
All right.
However, if for some odd reason you tried and it don't work and you fail, live with the consequences. As far as the guy who's 34 with 30 kids and saying that you take care of them, do you take care of all of them in the same household? Are you giving all of them a piece of bread as far as you coming from your check? What's like what is the standard that we gonna set to say I'm taking care of them, right?
Yeah.
Because anybody okay, hey, I show up to your birthday, I'm taking care of you. You that ain't I don't feel like that is what that is. Like when it comes to Nick Cannon, financially, if he said I'm taking care of my kids, I can't argue with one iota of that state. Like, yeah, unless you birth too many, I don't think you anywhere close to the number necessary to birth too many. Every time you bust and don't pull out, you made a millionaire. Easy. But for all the other people who really don't have the finance, really don't have the time, really ain't putting forth that level of effort, I'm not finna sit here and give you a status that you did not earn, young greatness. You got 30 kids, you say you're taking care of them, but at what level? That's my question for that. Uh, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this next because I feel more inclined to speak deeper on this, and I don't want time to run out. Uh, Wife reportedly stabs husband multiple times over old pics of them having sex because she thought he was cheating on her. That right there that's wild, man. How do you not know what? Like, she can't be vain. She cannot be somebody who's sitting stare in the mirror at all times. Because if you don't know what you look like naked, like I look, fam, I'm not somebody who just
That
hides.
was crazy to me. I don't understand how you gonna sit here and tell me you stabbed your husband because he had a old naked picture of you. You can't remember what you look like?
How, what I'm saying is, how much has your body changed since then? Like at that point, I'm gonna say, baby, you must have let yourself go, or you'd have really hit the gym. Okay, because you can't have switched so much so that you don't know you had a birthmark on your left butt. You can't have switched up that much.
Like if ever there was a time where they said, this is why you should take care of yourself. This is why you should keep the same body. this
Yeah,
would be it.
this
Cause
be it.
for my wife to stab me,
False
like, oh,
accusations.
you
Like,
got a naked picture in your phone. It was of you.
it's you.
It's
I
like
just want
I'm
to
over
know
here
how.
bleeding, baby. It's
Oh,
always been you.
I'm
I
like,
love you.
I just,
You over here bleeding out.
I, first of all, I just want to know how 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 it went after she figured out it was her. It's like I can't believe you. And she's like, baby, it's you. Do you? Is there like a moment where you just hit a slight? Oh, my bad. Or it's like, how do you bounce back from something like that?
First of all, I'm bleeding. I'm
I'm
bleeding
about to
here.
die.
Ain't no bounce back. I don't think we're gonna make it.
You know,
Like,
she's like,
we can't make it now. If
like,
ever there was an opportunity to get out of the marriage, stabbing me
it's
is the number one
definite.
reason.
That like there's very few things I'm gonna put over cheating because you know how I feel about it. Cheat on me, then I'm taking the game out the console. We done playing. Stab me. I, I don't even think that was a game to begin with. Especially if you stab me over you. What type of mess is that? How did I stabbed you because I look too good now or I don't look nearly as good as I used to. Because I'm just saying,
First
like,
of all, if you saw the picture, like they showed the picture of her now, she obviously had to look bad when she was younger.
oh, okay.
Like she looked real nice when she was
First of
younger.
all, we looking at hold on, wait, we missing a key point here. Okay, how how long of a time span was it between the two photos? Because one thing we know that's consistent, she was able to identify whoever the guy was. So she knew who he was, right? Was it just her in the picture or was it him and her in the picture?
Well, apparently it was a video of
Of
them
them.
having sex.
Okay.
So the
So this is
thing
what I'm
is,
saying.
she saw
Fo-
her husband and
Follow
she
me.
saw herself, but she didn't recognize herself. But
So
she knew that was her
follow
husband.
follow me here. All right now. She couldn't recognize herself, but she for sure could recognize who she was, right? So
Yeah.
if we going through the process now, I take it as he did a high level of upkeep for himself. Thus,
Yeah.
she can recognize him. And when it comes to her herself, she was like, I've grown so far from what I used to be that cannot be. I cannot believe I used
And
to
that
look
could be
that good.
true. I'm just saying. You stabbed me.
You had to
Like
stab me over
you
you.
can't even get over that. That's not I stepped on your shoe, my bag kind of thing. That's
It's
not
like,
even I bumped you, I pushed you.
right.
Ooh, I accidentally no.
No, you stabbed
You
me.
stabbed me.
Like that's something that I would definitely bring up at every anniversary. If I'm still with her, that's definitely something that's at the
There's no way
anniversary.
I would still be with you.
Of course, I'm not gonna
I
be
love
there.
my
You know.
wife to death. You stabbed me, it's over. No,
Yeah,
we ain't doing no, oh, we go counseling.
I
For
have to
what?
get rid.
What the
Oh
counselor
my
gonna
gosh,
say?
I could
Sir,
just see the
sir, you
level of
gotta
petty.
forgive her because she didn't know that was her in the picture.
Yeah,
Bro, if you don't get out of my face, I'm gonna stab you.
I'm gonna be here to like uh the light bill. The light bill's high. Can you help me on that? You stabbed me. You know my car running out of gas. Could you give me could you help me get a quarter tank? Could you help me get a quarter of the knife? You're stucking me out. Cause I see, like
Man,
I don't
all
know.
I'm
I'd
saying
probably
is
stay with
this
her
was
as a level of
that.
torture. I'd torture the mess out of her, but it'd be a long time. First of all,
Nah.
one thing he can do though, one thing he can do if he decided to go ahead and hit another chick, I'd be like, now last time you stabbed me and you was wrong. You don't want to be wrong this time, do you? Huh? You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't know. I'd be like, nah, don't go looking through my phone because last time you looked at my phone, saw yourself and stabbed me. I don't think you
Yeah.
need to be looking in my phone.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I have a right not to give you my
I got it
passcode.
right now. I don't no, don't ever ask for my phone. It's too dangerous. because you
Mm-hmm.
don't know when to stab me and when not to stab me, babe. I be like, no. Can I? Can
All
I?
I'm saying, at the
Can
end
I
of the
borrow
day,
your
that's gonna
phone? No.
forever be the saying. You stabbed me.
You stab me.
Why you and
You
mom not together? Ask your mama.
that's Stabler Anderson over there. That's
Mm-hmm.
as Blade over there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stab me. Oh
Uh-huh.
shit. Oh my
And then,
god.
we are not in jail anymore, Damon. Like
First
you
of all,
stabbed me.
I probably every first of all, when the kids come by, I'd be like, what did Shank say? Huh? What did Shank tell you? Did she n- no, don't be talking about my new girl. Go over there and go over there and get Edward Scissorhands over there and tell her, she never every time I have 100 pet names related to knives. It's
And you
just
know
be
what's bad? Like they had a picture of her walking down the steps, and there was like three police. There was like four police officers, one on each side, and she looking kind of big burly and stuff. I'm like, I want to know what your picture 10, 15 years ago, wherever
but
it
that's what I'm
was, looked
saying.
like then
Jeremy,
versus now.
it can't be 10, 15 years ago, Jeremy. He looked the same. Okay, obviously. Because if he looked like a younger version of him, she would have no issues with the video. So whatever
So what you saying? She got super fat real quick.
had to be. And that led to a high level of insecurity.
She
And
over
so
there
much
looking
so
like
that
a linebacker.
she just saw that and was like, that ain't, I know that ain't me because I know how I look. I guarantee you. I don't doubt it.
Looking like Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Leave her alone.
Popping
We gonna treat her
fresh.
we gonna treat her better. We gonna treat her better than
First
she
of all,
treated her man.
she don't need to be
Cause
treated better. She stabbed someone.
look. I gotta do what she did. I gotta cut this episode, Jeremy. I'm
Okay.
trying to rap. I'm trying to rap, man.
As long as I don't get stabbed.
Don't get stabbed. Don't get stabbed, man. Outside of that, anybody else you want to show love to before we jump about this thing?
Uh, Shout out to Aretha and Northeast Mall. Shout out to
Mm-hmm.
Nate Price, Grit and Grind. Uh, Honestly, I want to take a personal shout out to my late great father-in-law.
Okay.
He passed away 2 weeks ago, but honestly, I got to shout the man out because he was one of those kind of men that showed you all the things that a man should do and how he should protect and provide for his family. So I
Right.
got to give him his props.
Shout out. Rest in peace. Rest in greatness. Uh, top notch. Well, that being said, I don't want to switch up on that. I think that's a good spot to leave on. This has been another episode of Something for the People. Hold it down.
Y'all be easy, y'all.